We're gonna find out all the things. We're gonna find out all the things as soon as I'm live on the as soon as I see I'm live over here on Instagram, I'm gonna hit the thing. But we in. Oh, here we go. All right. We live, y'all. We live, as they say.
Come on in, is what they say.
Yeah, yeah. Come on in, as the young folks say. As the young folks say, come on in and give us a holler. Where you at? Where you from? What you doing? And happy Sunday to everyone.
Yeah, man.
Happy Sunday. Um, what a day to do it. Um, man, I know some of us kicked it and chilled out. A lot of us went to church. A lot of us had to play our instruments for the Lord. There's a guy, I don't know if you've seen him on IG, and he's getting a lot of flack, but he's his whole campaign is stop underplaying for Jesus.
Oh, I love that.
That's what he said. He's like, man, stop underplaying for Jesus. Everything doesn't have to sound exactly like the record. You
I
can
love
express
that.
your ideas. I mean, he's getting a lot of flack,
Was that
man.
the bass player? Like Buddy
What?
who was saying like the bass players
Yeah, yeah.
they
But
play
he was,
those parts.
yeah.
Mm-hmm.
But he's doing it for like every instrument.
Ah, yeah, I love that.
He's doing it for every instrument, and I think that's amazingly cool. Um, you know, a lot of us have been made to feel like we have to stick to the script, and to a certain degree, that is true sometimes, but also you can feel free to make it yours in that moment. So I love what he's doing. I shout out to him. I like that he's kind of doing that.
Yeah,
Um,
that's tough.
kind of fighting the narrative, if you will, of
Mhm.
sticking to a script. So yeah.
But then you have cats who are on the other side
Mm-hmm.
who couldn't keep it together if they tried. Where do you find the balance? Like when you're looking for cats to play with, how do you decide whether you want someone who sticks to the script or
Well,
someone who who opens up a can?
um, well, I know that in times past, it's always worked better when I've communicated what the need is first.
Hmm.
And then if they kind of override or walk over that, it tells me right away what kind of player they are.
Gotcha.
Um, you know, I think me and you were sharing about that too, where a lot of times when you play somewhere new or you play somewhere with people that you haven't played with before, you'll play the thing down and let them tell you that you need to open up more and stretch out.
Yeah.
Because you'd rather have that permission to do it than be told, "Hey, bro, you're doing too much," or
Hmm.
lock it up.
Hmm.
Especially with drummers and bass players,
Yeah.
um, keyboard players too. I know some keyboard players. They just gonna play all the parts. They're gonna play all the parts, and you got to find your way in. I've had to, my share of being like, I can't play with him because he don't leave no room for nothing. He plays all the parts, all the sections.
Yeah.
Main key players playing all over the ox guy part and stuff like that. So I always just tell them what I need up front, or tell them, hey man, go. I need you to go in on this part, stretch out. I tell them up front, and then that way it lets me know right away what they have to offer musically or not. And it gives me a good gauge, and it makes them feel better too, because you've explained to them and kind of shown them and told them what it is. That
Yeah.
way they're not shooting in the dark trying to figure out what kind of player you are.
Yeah.
Um,
Yeah.
that's how I find it.
Yeah.
In situations where I can do that. In the situations where I can't, I try to communicate in the moment and let that be what it is. And then if they can listen or not, and you learn right away. And most of the time they're good. Most of
Yeah.
the time cats are really good about jumping, diving in and actually playing to the part and then making it theirs. Um, coming up, there were a lot of, I think we talked about this earlier. My life has been full of playing with musicians that are passionate about music, and they're not necessarily as skilled as some others.
Yeah.
And it's important. I found it early in my early years that it was important to bring them along. Like, don't make them feel less than because they need a different type of communication
Yeah.
to get through the tune. Like one guy, he was a bass player. He was an excellent bass player, but he doesn't follow by numbers. You gotta yell the
Mhm.
key.
Mm.
You gotta tell him what keys to play. And this was in the 90s. This was like in the late 90s.
Mhm.
Um, where talkback mics were a serious luxury back then. And you had to yell it out. Wasn't
Yeah.
no talkback mics. You had to yell it out and throw up your hand and do all of that stuff. And he didn't. He was an excellent bass player. He just didn't follow by the numbers. You had to tell him the key. And
Mhm.
so I was yelling keys out, and I got used to yelling keys out so that everyone could be accurate. I was
Yeah.
playing. Um, I didn't get to the numbers thing until, you know, maybe 2010, 11. I didn't change to calling out numbers till May I got to Chicago, and that was 2012,
Yeah.
where everybody was 3 and 4, and I wasn't used to that. I was used to just holding my hand up and saying the key. I wasn't really, you know, and but I had to learn that because I was like,
Mhm.
I don't even follow by that number system, you know. To tell me what key in the chord we playing and or if especially if I don't know already, if I don't know the song already,
Mhm.
but you know, but things changed, and this was before talkback mics, um, and so a lot of times wasn't always it wasn't always feasible to yell out in certain cases
Yeah.
because you would be louder than everyone else.
Yeah.
You
Hmm.
know, you playing at you vibing at a dinner or a jazz thing, and it's all smooth, and you yelling out 5 and all that stuff. They're gonna be like, "What is he doing?" So you either had to be like, "All right, we're gonna wing it. We're gonna do this," or we throw up the hand. Sign language, sign language.
Sign.
Yeah, used to do the sign language. James Antoine, what's going on, man? Good to see you. Um,
Are we on YouTube as well?
I'm on Facebook, YouTube. Yeah, Facebook, YouTube, and IG.
Kill it.
Facebook, YouTube, and IG. Yeah. So welcome everybody for those of y'all who are jumping in on IG and YouTube and Facebook. Um, this is Ye's Way Academy. Um, we've devoted ourselves to teaching people my specific approach to production so that they're able to find their specific approach to production. A lot of people jumping in on production. I mean, there's so much technology, people don't know where to start. Um, what sounds to use, what equipment to get. And so we wanted to start there and go all the way up to even the more advanced questions that people might have. How'd you get your drums to sound like that? How do I get my mix? tight, loud, and all that. And so that's what Ye's Way Academy is about. You interested? You want to start learning the way I personally approach production? Go to danyemusic.net, sign up, and get started on the videos. Catch you all the way up to where we are now. And once a month for the advanced users, for the advanced members, we get on live and everybody gets a homework assignment. And we come in, they send it to me, we get on live and we comb through everything they learned and how to improve on what they did. And that's what these live sessions are about. We end up having a lot of fun in these live sessions because I get to actually hear people's music and hear their mixes and really get to understand the members and how they approach their sound, and then I can help them in how I would approach it so that they know how to do it for themselves. As always, we got our boy Davin Roy Llewellyn with us.
What's up, everybody?
And we have some music from him. We got some music from Eric Kirkland. Eric Kirkland, who's also a member. But he's it's Sunday, so my boy's out on a mission, saving the world one keyboard at a time. So
Jalen Moore, what's up, bro?
I just saw him jump on. I just synced him. Jalen Moore, man. Love you, bro. So yeah, that's what this is about. If you know somebody who wants to learn production, whether they're just getting into it, they're beginner and intermediate, advanced, we got something for everybody in. And these live sessions are fun. Learning is fun. As I learn, I teach. So it's just not a one and done curriculum. This is something that you keep learning over time. Being a producer is an overtime journey. It's a marathon. It's really not a sprint race. You know, there's no one size fits all. Everybody's approach is different, and everybody's learning speed is different. Everybody's learning style is different. And so we want to do our best to really put everyone in a position to win and equip them as much as possible. So Ye's Way is where you get your questions answered. Is where you kind of debunk the myths. Is where we actually explore the truth about how to make things sound the way they sound, and just dissecting everything. So there's no mystery. You know, you can buy a plugin and you hit the button that does it, or you can go the Ye's Way and learn exactly what to do to get that result, whether you have the plugin or not. That way, doesn't matter where you go, you know what to do to get the result. I'm not against these one button plugins by any means. They're very fast and that's cool. However, if you don't know how to do it yourself, you know, it's like walking around with a crutch for a long time and then putting it down and trying to walk. So with that said, we're gonna move into this. We got this session. Davin Roy, you want to explain this? This was for an artist, I think, wasn't it?
Yeah, this one was for an artist. They had sent over some vocals and some scratch keys, I believe.
Mm-hmm.
And I think they said they gave an idea of how they wanted it to feel. And so this is about a year ago. So I personally think I may sound a little better now, or maybe a little different now. As I've had time to practice, I've definitely gotten some feedback from Danye, which, by the way, is probably one of the more unique characteristics of this situation. It's the fact that you actually get to submit your thing to the person who's instructing you, and they can give you direct feedback, some criticism that can actually help you grow. because like I can hear my own growth over time, just from submitting and having Danye say, "Hey, bro, this was cool, but do this, do that. If you fix this, if you adjust that, if you make this decision here, make this decision there." Like, and now I feel like to a large degree I can stand on my own 2 feet. Um, Certainly much better than I was able to in the past. So yeah, it's a really unique, I think, characteristic of the Yezwe Academy. Part of what keeps me coming back and partnering with Danye on this. I think it's really, really valuable. But back to this song, yeah, artist submitted a vocal bit, some scratch keys, and gave an idea of what they wanted it to sound like, and just kind of played with some ideas, and this is what came out.
Beautiful, beautiful. I'm gonna hit play here. So what I have are the files and stems that you sent. Um, and everything is at Unity. So I'm gonna turn it up and we're gonna strip stuff away as it plays. Um, and just go through the elements that you put in here.
Sweet.
Beautiful. So all right, here we go. Bro, you love that open space, bro. You love open space with them pads and things moving around,
100%.
flying saucers going through the sky. That is it. Let me try to separate these drums and bass here to get some hump in here. Y'all got any questions? Anything you want to know what I'm doing? Because you might not see it in detail. Ask me. I'm gonna tell you. All right. Oh yeah, where my bass at? Just man, look, y'all. Davin can play some bass, man. He can play some bass. Y'all, I mean, he ain't. Come on. And this is Dav on everything, y'all. I'm just letting y'all know. Like, this is my man be holding back. Oh, okay. I remember now. I remember.
What are you doing right now?
Game stage and everything, pulling stuff down that's too loud, so I can start getting a defined mix. So I'm just moving faders around, just finding what's in the way, because what I'm looking for is the kick, snare, getting my drums kind of sweet.
Okay.
So they can sit drums and bass, and I'm gonna bring everything else in as I go.
Do you always do drum and bass first?
It's a religious thing for me, bro. It's so religious. Unless vocals are involved. If vocals are involved, then I'm doing vocals first.
Okay.
If vocals are involved, then vocals are first. But other than that, it's definitely drums and bass first. Like it if the drums ain't sitting right, if they're not smacking right,
mm-hmm.
The rest of the mix doesn't do what it's supposed to do for me.
Okay.
It doesn't do what it's supposed to do. And so drums have to be in. They got to be locked in. Okay, tell them about your bass rig, bro. Somebody's gonna ask.
Okay.
Somebody's gonna be
So,
like, "Wait, how you? What are we doing here?"
so that particular bass is I have a 90s Fender Jazz, the Sir era. Those who know. Um Unfortunately, I had to my original pickups died, and I had to get some filled in. So I ended up putting Lawler pickups in there, and they have a bit of a gritty tone. They kind of feel a little more rock, not quite
Mm,
as smooth as the original one. Sometimes I miss the original ones, but for certain things, the Lawler has the right color.
mhm.
Um, so you'll notice in the slap on this may not be as crispy as we're accustomed to in certain from that era jazz bass. It's because the Lawler has kind of a little more grit
Aha.
um,
Okay.
than others. Then it goes right into my ID 22 from Audient. They make amazing interfaces, super clean. Um, and then it hits. I have a compressor on my desk, a Warm Audio's WA76, and then back into my interface. So you may hear a little bit of a compressor sitting on the bass to tame those peaks, and that would be the Warm Audio sitting on top of that. Yeah. So
Oh,
all that you're hearing would be like hardware stuff. I don't think I did any in the box processing of this bass.
got you.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. All right. Let's get back. Let me just get back to getting these drums sweet. Uh. All right. Let's get some juice on this snare really quick.
Yeah. Sounded anemic.
Yeah. Where did I hear that? Let's get this snare some love. Here we go. Here we go. All right. Let's get my toms going here. Sister Crosdale, I see you. What's going on? I see you. All right. Woo! Come on, snaps. Okay, hold on. Oh, I see what you did here. Are you finding these loops or are you playing these mugs? You know what
My
I mean?
bad. Can you solo that one? Let me see.
This
Oh, I found that one. Yeah, that one was in. That's a stock Studio One loop.
Stock Studio One. Y'all
Yeah.
sleep on Studio One. And I say this with my chest. Studio One, not Fender Studio Pro. I say this with my chest. Fender Studio Pro has not convinced me yet. And everyone's saying it's the same program. I disagree. I got both of them, and I disagree. Call me an old stubborn man. That might be what it is. That might be what it is. But they haven't convinced me, and I used them both. And there's a little bit of a stutter step to Fender Studio Pro right now. I've never been the guy that wants my stuff pretty to look at. I want my stuff to sound good. I want it to respond fluidly and speedily and all of the things. I want it to be a strong, effective program. I don't care if the faders have a sheen silver to them. That doesn't that doesn't change my level of production. And I've not never been that guy who wants things pretty. Um, I'm an efficiency guy, and Studio One 7 has just been mind blowing. Still, I'm still learning stuff about just 7. Fender Studio Pro 8 has some things, but they're lateral moves for me. And so Studio One 7 is spoiling, and I'm not gonna fix it because it's not broke. I'm not gonna fix it because it ain't broke. So what I want to point out here is a lot of people have some people, not a lot of people, but some people have a phobia or issue with using percussion loops and different things like that. But it's about what makes the song. It's about what adds to the element. And I'm not here to knock anybody for using loops and samples and this, and I'm not here to get analytical about that. That's your business. What I will say is that whatever you're going to do, learn to do it ethically and learn to do it effectively. Just pulling in a whole construction kit and calling it your tune is a bit unethical for me. Learn how to find the things to put them together to make your song interesting, your specific authentic song interesting. And you've done that here and in a lot of other productions that you've shown me. So let's get at some room. Let's give that some room. Oh, I can tell this was last year. This we had the mono stereo battle last year.
Yeah. Uh-huh.
We had the mono stereo battle last year. So there we go. That ain't nothing but a little reverb, y'all. It's a plugin called Neoverb. Probably one of my favorite reverbs right now. Neoverb. I dig it. It's such a pretty reverb. And I feel like, come on, drum room. All right, let's. Shaker. Here's my hi-hat. I was looking for that. Mug. And let me find your key stuff. You had like a keys bus, and then was that because you used the layer? Do you remember?
Might have. I don't think so. I know I have a Rhodes in here for sure. I can't remember what else.
Okay. Okay.
It might have been a stack. So
Oh,
that could be what it was. I'm
yeah,
not
that's what
sure.
I'm saying. I was asking if it was
Yeah, you
uh
might be right.
um if it was a stack. Desiree, I see you. What's going on? You getting the fire emojis from Desiree. Uh let's see.
Respect, Desiree.
Where the hell I go? I had that mug up too hot. All right, before we get into that, 1 second. You have some other stuff going on. Oh, here's a trick. I don't know if you know what you did, but here's a trick. So you got a drum bus here. Did you treat it?
Yes, I think I treated the drum bus.
Okay, okay. So what's lovely about that is I was gonna do that just now, but then you just took that out of my hands.
Oh,
So
sweet.
yeah, so I'm just gonna mix this in with the actual uh drums you got. I love it. Now here's my favorite part. Love me some claps, bro. And you picked the right ones.
Is that a whole?
So this is a bus of like a couple of your packs.
Okay,
So there's a Rhodes, and then
gotcha.
there's some
I think that's before. That's probably before we had the bus conversation where we talked
oh,
about like grouping keyboard types
yes.
into buses or into categories essentially.
Mm-hmm.
So I think I had an incomplete understanding of it then. I can definitely look back and say I probably wouldn't have done it that way.
Understood. Understood. Okay. All right, cool. Let's get back to this little section. Where was it at? Yeah. So this 1,000 Mile Strings, is that the Nautilus?
Yes,
Okay, Korg Nautilus.
Korg Nautilus.
Um so Celero Morales asks, can you expand a little more on the topic of ethics of drum loops? What do you mean by a construction kit? So a construction kit is when you get like loop packs from like Splice or anything like that, you'll get a construction kit, meaning it's like where they'll play the MP3 of the groove, the whole beat all together, and then in that folder you'll have the kick stem, the snare stem, the percussion stem, the bass stem, basically everything it takes that makes up that beat. It's broken down into stems or one shot samples, right? And and what I mean by that is some people will take that construction kit that someone else like created and composed and just drag it in and say, "Hey, I made this beat." And they just loop it over and over and say, "Hey, I made this beat." Well, really they didn't. That's someone else's composition that they've offered up for royalty free use of those samples. So that the idea is you're supposed to flip it and make it into something else, not necessarily take their creation and then assume ownership, of that said creation and say that it's yours just because it's royalty free. Excuse me. And that went on for a long time. I got like that many years ago, and you know, everybody wants to be a star fast, and so a lot of times, for a good spell of time, that was the way to do it. You grab royalty free loops and loop packs and construction kits, bring the whole thing in, and go, "Hey, look what I did!" When really you didn't do anything. The idea was, "Hey, I like the tambourine sample from this particular loop, and I like the kick from this particular loop." You know, yeah. So yeah, use the drum sounds, use the samples, use the loop of the keyboard or whatever. But don't pretty much don't plagiarize the composition. Just drag the whole thing and go, yeah, I made a song out of this thing. Yeah, it's royalty free, and you could possibly get away with it. However, it's just musically unethical. Like that's the problem. And believe it or not, the loop library game and the loop library world, even with Splice and all that, it's so much smaller than you think. Like I used to work for a loop library, and there are people that have my stuff that did that. I didn't know they had my stuff, and they didn't know that I worked for that particular loop library. But when they heard the music, they knew it was mine. They knew right off the cuff, like, this is Danye. There's no way this is not Danye. And later on, they'll post it and they'll tag me, and I wouldn't have even asked them to. I don't know that they know that, but they just know this is Danye's music. There's no way it's not. Because I have a distinct sound. I have a groove that everyone is like, there's no way you can't tell me that's not him. And the world that is very small. So yeah, while people can get away with it, they end up getting called out sooner or later because somebody comes on and goes, "Hey, no, that's not you. That was made by such and such and such." Because I know who that is. So yeah, that's what that is. It's just an ethical thing for me. Some people may disagree. They might get into the semantics of it and go, "Hey, if royalty free is royalty free, I can use what I want, blah blah blah. It's a free country." They'll give me that whole nine, but you know, still musically unethical in my book. So, you know. So let's get back. Let me get back. So here we go. So were you using the Nautilus pretty heavy on this stuff?
Yeah, for probably most of the key stuff. I know I did. I also used my Moog. I still had the Slim Fatty at the time.
Oh yes,
for some of the lead stuff.
Okay.
But a very keyboard player, hardware kind of live situation kind of approach.
Understood.
Yeah.
Understood. Here we go. This right here. Was that the Moog?
I think so. What was I saying?
Analog synth audio is what it is.
That might be from the Roland here.
The Roland Integra 7?
Yes, it could be.
The Roland Integra 7 makes an appearance at least. The Roland makes an appearance on everything I do. Everything I do, Roland is there. Like you could, we can argue all day. Roland is gonna show up.
Facts.
There's been times where I'm like, oh, I'm looking for this. Oh, I'm just I'd be craving for some new crazy sound that I've never seen or heard before, and I end up with a Roland something. I end up with a Roland something, like, it just does the thing. let's get his string some space. Let's get his mug some space.
Man, it's really cold, those strings.
Yes. Let's give it some space. Let's put it in the back some more. Let's put it in the back some more. Yes, Restoring Hope 21. Yeah, the Integra model. Integra model does it all. Integra model does it all. Kevin Boone. Studio One hasn't really changed since the Fender buyout. Fender bought them out in 2020, I believe. 2020, 2021. It's been a while. They just haven't instituted anything. They just put their names on all the plugins. They just put their name on everything in here. And they added their versions of you said plugins. It looks really cool when you open it. It just flashes at you, and the faders are shiny, and it's all great. They have like a amp sim, the new amp sim in there. It got some perks, but the way the software responds and the way it moves, it's just a stutter step to it. It's just a stutter step to it for me. When I hit play, it takes a second to realize what I asked it to do. I don't dig that. I don't dig that. I'm gonna wait till they fix that. And then there are certain buttons that I'm used to clicking, boom, 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 and they don't do that no more. Like you gotta, one click instead of two clicks instead of one. Now it's over here. Yeah, I don't like that, man. I'm a creature of habit. If my play button is right here, I want it right here when I see the upgrade. Why did you move it? Why? There's no need to move it. And to contrary to popular belief, people are gonna really, really, really be upset with me when I say this. But most of the people crying for all of these features and upgrades and stuff, they don't even do this professionally.
Man,
they don't even do this for real. They're hobbyists that just want their thing to cater to just them. And most of the people sitting up making all these complaints about feature requests and they don't even do this for real. While the people that do this for real make these complaints, and we talk about what's going to actually help us make records and make compositions more effectively, and the way actual composers approach something, the way they want to look for it, and we get ignored. The guys that do it for real end up getting ignored. The guys that get paid attention to are those heavy rock guys, and guys who they want to hear their guitar louder. They want to be, there's stuff they want to be able to do that has to do with making it only feasible and more fluid for them personally. It doesn't work for an overall thing. And which is another reason why I kind of shied away from upgrading in the Studio One, because I've been in the forums and I'm seeing, and I'm like, a lot of these guys, man, they don't do this for real. That's why they have time to do that, is talk about what it can't do, because they're not doing this for real. I'm actually working and seeing what works and doesn't work for a software, and I'm like, I would not approach this that way. And then anybody I know that composes music wouldn't approach it that way. They'd be looking for it for this. And a lot of companies don't really care about composers anymore. Everything is about electronic musicians, beat makers, and and that's it's there. Most of them care about what's in their specific circle, and the people that that really benefit from the software don't necessarily make that kind of music. And so that's what made it so hard for me when I saw the upgrade. Then I pulled it in and I was like, nah. It didn't even feel stronger to me, right? It just felt like someone changed the color settings on my DAW and moved the things around. And I have to find all the stuff. Wasn't into it, man.
Yeah.
Wasn't into it. So I didn't dig it. I didn't dig it too well. I think Studio 17 is working just fine for what I'm doing. You know. Hey man, tell me where you got that from. Hold on, let me bring this in.
I gotta open the session. I don't remember. Hold up.
It adds a bounce element to the groove, man. It's doing a thing.
Yes, it feels like a percussion.
Bro, yeah, it does. It does. All right, let's see what this is. Oh, you got some bells in here. Hold on. Let's put them in the space. There we go. Let's put them in the space. Let's put them out there in the sky. I'm just putting reverb on this stuff, guys, and just giving it space so that that everything sounds open and it breathes. Reverb, compression, EQ. Those are the three. If nothing else, reverb, compression, EQ. That is the meat and potatoes of everything for me. Reverb, compression, EQ. Delay after that. If I can get one more, give me some delay. If I can get one more after that, chorus. But reverb, compression, EQ. 9 times out of 10, a lot of stuff just needs EQ and reverb, or EQ and compression and reverb, and that'll get you right in the ballpark of where you want to be, hands down.
That arpeggiator, by the way, is from My Tai.
My Tai. Stock Studio One plugin.
Stock Studio One.
100%. There's a lead in here. Oh man, you breaking my heart with the mono joints. So now I gotta okay. So
So the lead needs to be stereo.
Yeah, leave it stereo, man. Especially when it has those effects on it. You got delay and rear, any type of thing like that. Leave the stereo field open. Let that just sing out.
Okay.
You know what I mean? Just let it sing out. Because if it's giving it the space in the tune that it needs, just either if you want the engineer to institute it for his own control, then hey DD, if you want the engineer to have autonomy with it, then dry it out, take all of it off, then you can send it mono and let them stereoize it. But otherwise, if it's doing the thing in the space, just leave it stereo. So I gotta try to figure out what you did here.
So I think this particular lead it would have come from the Moog. I think that one's a mono lead, but I would have put chorus effects.
Got it. Okay.
Or like stereo effects on there, but I didn't bounce it in stereo. So I'm guessing that's where the issue is.
Not a problem. We are gonna fix that now. Let's see here. All right. So sounds like it's there we go. So let me see. There we go. So here we go. Let's put some verb on this joint. Kevin Boone, yes, I pan fry the mix. I pan fry. I use the skillet. I am panning the mess out of stuff when I'm mixing. Kevin Boone asked me to do that. Do I use panning when I'm mixing?
Gotcha.
I pan fry. You hear me?
Oh man, I see a Fat Planet shout out in there. Shout out to those guys.
Shout out to Fat Planet.
Good folks, man.
If I could live there, I would. If I could live there, I would definitely live there. I would live there. Come on. Let me see. Sands Entertainment. Yes, man. Cast iron. You gotta oil it up. You gotta season it. Huh? You gotta season them before you cook it.
Bro, don't start him on the cooking conversations.
Bro, yeah, don't do that. This will be a whole
different show. Get started, bro.
Yes, indeed. Yes, indeed. Let's see. All right, I think I nailed it. I think I nailed where we had it. Let me see. All right. All right. You got an effect in here. Doggone Davin. It's bad. It's bad. Bro, you need to be doing movies, bro. What is this? Bro. So these are the types of things. These are the types of elements that are used in production that you can tell that the producer cared about the song. They care about the song. When you get to hearing little stuff like this in the mix, stuff that actually invokes the feeling of the story being told musically, it just shows that that you were really, really serious about the paintbrush and the colors you were using, Dev. And that's the part that always impresses me, is when folks take the time to soundscape, there it is, to actually put colors on the canvas that tell a story. Donovan Cohen just walked in the room. What's going on, bro? So it just makes it so much. I'm gonna put some delay on that. I want to hear how that sounds. Bro, this is killing. You got another effect coming up. Hold on. Did you just crash me? Did you just crash landing me?
What we got there?
This mug right here.
Why is that there?
Bro, you just crashed because you had the thing building up to it.
Okay.
See, so now the reverse symbol makes sense.
Yep.
The reverse symbol you had in there makes sense, because I was trying to figure out why you pulled it out like that. It's because it was leading up to an impact, bro. Yep. Guys, he been watching the videos. He watches the videos also on the class. He's been watching the videos. Man. Oh, you got a question, Dav. Is that a finger snap I hear? And what did you do to make it snap like that? You talking about this right here? Hold on, let me find it. Yeah, that's what you're hearing. Yeah, bro. So what did you use, Dav?
I think those are. Hold on a second. I'm looking for it. One moment. I don't want to lie. Yeah, I have a set. I have a pack of snaps that sound super duper live and realistic. I might have gotten them from you actually,
Okay.
like
So
stops and all that.
got you. All right. So to answer your question then, Kevin, is a lot of the snaps I get are from the MPC, the Akai MPC library. Just the default drum stuff that came with the MPC. And they got some cold snaps in there. Just ridiculous snaps. And they already sound like that out the box. They already sound like that out the box. Most is you might add some reverb to them, like I'm gonna do right now since I thought of it. And they just and it's also um it's also about what snare you use with the snaps. That's the thing that people don't understand. It's all about what snare and what other drums you use with the snaps that decide whether they complement it, you know? Right? So now I can pull this back. Beautiful. Kev Boone, you bought the El Clapo and it ain't it? All right, let me play the devil's advocate. I bought it too, and it is all the way it.
Oh snap!
It is all the way it. Now, I will say, out of the box, it's going to frustrate you. It's because it's not going to do what you needed to do out of the box. Out of the box, you're gonna be like, "What is this? What is this? This is a feeble attempt." But when you kind of go under the hood and start tightening stuff up and start actually tweaking the stuff, like that's when it gets ridiculous. Because I've come up with some crazy stomp clap joints from that. Crazy stomp clap joints. And cats been like, where the stomps from? Where the clap? How you do? El Clapo, bro. El Clapo. Yeah. Oh, here's the Rhodes right here. Here we go. Here's the Rhodes right here. So what Rhodes is that? Nautilus? Sunshine
Yep.
Rhodes? Yeah. Cool.
I don't know. Sunshine. Hold up.
That's what it says on the thing.
Yep, that's the one.
Yeah, that's what it says on that's what it says on the track. I don't think you would lie to me.
No, not this time.
Where's my effects? Let me pull that back. Okay, so you have two Sunshine Road tracks, and I'm trying to figure out what was your aim for it.
I think that was my way of creating stereo at the time.
Ah, I see what you did. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. But you know what's so funny is so I'm gonna be a weird scientist. right? And then that way we can spread that out a little bit more. Yeah. I need to bring your face up. I'm losing it. Where we at? Where we at? Hit it. Woo! Yeah. Bro, I remember this track now. I remember this track. This was the track that I was like, I don't got to do nothing. This was that track. This was that track. Michelle Lang. What's going on? Michelle Lang. Michelle Lang. Me and Michelle Lang go back 30 years.
Oh man, that's crazy.
30 years.
Hey, Michelle.
30 years. We go back 30 years. She was one of the first artists I ever worked with on stage and in the studio.
That's amazing, bro.
Like 30 years, man.
Foundational.
Yeah, we like as I look back years ago, I still remember the show. Almost every show I did with her, I remember it like vividly. Still remember it.
That's amazing, bro.
Yeah, still like we made some dope music. She was one of those ones that like was like a rebel like me, where it was like, no, I'm staying funky. I don't care what y'all doing. We stomping a hole in the floor. I don't know what y'all.
I'm with it.
Yeah, she was one of those. Like she stayed herself. Like that was the one thing that I saw over years. Like it took years of me like trying to figure out who I was first, and then I look back and she's like still the same person. I'm like, how do you do that? So she like stayed herself for 30 years. And I'm like,
that's amazing.
Yes, she's still like, so man. Let's get to the other side of this. Did I hear some sign stuff? Some R&B?
Yeah, you did. Yep.
So let me show you this trick that one of my best friend engineers did, man. Thank you, Michelle. I appreciate that. Yeah, Michelle, like it's performing with you was always a river of events, because we would rehearse this big old thing, bro, and then when we got to the stage it would turn into something else. And it would end up being, we'd be like, what was that? I don't know, but at least I'm glad we got it. It's like it was one of those, like the song was gonna flip, it was gonna do a thing, like it
I love that, bro.
Every time, it wasn't, she allowed me to be who I was, which in turn it enabled me to like be who she needed for what she wanted. It was crazy. It was crazy. I came across, and it's funny because I'm going on and on. I came across a band rehearsal from 2008.
Oh, snap.
I came like maybe a couple days ago, 2 or 3 days ago. It's still in my computer, on this computer. I came across a band rehearsal, a Michelle Lang and Stillwater band rehearsal. And it sounds like we're like far away because like we rehearsed in the garage, but the mic to hear the band to record us was in my room. So, but the band was in the garage while the mic was in my room. So it sounds like it was like we were far away. And I was like, what is this? And I started hearing it and I was like, oh my God, that's the band rehearsal. So yeah, it was amazing. So this trick for All right. So what he taught me was when you got stuff like this, especially when you have other leads
Yeah.
going on, he did a thing where it auto panned.
Understood.
He would do a thing where it auto pan, so he would like move it around. So
Got it.
It would do
so they wouldn't all be trying to exist in the same space.
100%.
Okay.
So it would do a thing like hold on, let me find it. Here we go. Yeah, there we go. So beautiful. 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 Okay, come on, bed. I knew exactly what you were doing with this. Woo, woo. Oh my Lord. Oh my Lord, bro. You got my shoulders moving.
Yeah, squeeze it in someplace.
I think Noel trying to get in here and got get your what's the name in there plugged in and stuff so I can bring you to the stage, bro. So this bed right here, I think what I'm gonna do. Oh, Kev Boone, I'm gonna get to that question you were asking about how to make the snare crack over the mix without drowning out the rest of the joints. I think that's what you asked. You wanted to know how you make your snare pop over the mix without it drowning out the rest of the kit. Got a couple tricks for you. So what I'm gonna do with your bed right here, bro.
Okay.
I'm gonna go. So I'm gonna put it. I'm gonna do this. Give it a little sheeny sheen. So bro, man, let me go back. Because hold on. Like that part is so addictive, bro. It's unfair. All right. Let me tremolo strings. Let me hear how you set that up. Oh, you sly dog. You sly dog. Let's see. There's some more strings in here. Bro, you put work in on this track. All right, so what I'm gonna do, it's a little tinny, so I'm gonna bring down some of these aluminum foil elements about it. You understand? Yeah, all of that. Okay, so all right, cool. got a Nautilus pad here. Another pad, bro. Bro, when I say you put work in, I'm like, I don't think I use the pads like this.
Am I overdoing it though?
No. Like I know what you're doing. Like like these are clouds that the other instruments kind of rest on. I think you would be overdoing it if you had stacked this same pad on different tracks to do different stuff.
Gotcha.
But you're choosing different pads with different textures to do a thing, and it's what's making it. You're making this what makes this composition feels like a dream. You know what I mean? It's really, really creating a feeling here. You know.
I think Noel's in, by the way.
Let me add Noel. Coming to the stage right now.
Willis.
Coming to the stage.
I just want to say, yeah, can you hear me?
Yeah.
I just want to say that it's an honor and a privilege to know great musicians like you two, man. I'm here listening. I'm jamming to this thing. I'm learning, and this platform. I just have to commend you both on a wonderful platform that gives aspiring and musicians like myself, the ability to learn from greatness. It's awesome,
man. I appreciate you, bro. Y'all, listen. Let me tell y'all something. Noel can sing his tail off, yo. No, listen. Noel can sing his tail off. So my this guy's Noel O. Willis. He's an artist that I'm working with, producer, great artist that I'm producing, working with him along with Davin, and he's also the worship leader at the church that I play at. My revelation of how wild Noel was we were on stage and we were like in high gear. I mean high gear, like we was on 10, and Buddy was jumping and running, doing sprints across the stage, and every run was clean. He like not missing a note. Like Buddy was just articulating all the things mid jump, and I was like, okay, this dude is a workhorse. Like I'm like, this dude is I'm tired for him. I'm like, hey bro, my chest ain't burning. Your chest ain't burning? My chest is burning right now, bro. My chest is burning.
I had to get the workout in,
The funny thing is that as we talked and whatever, I got to learn him. Like he runs and does all these other things that like keep him in shape for that thing. But bro, like Buddy is ridiculous. It's ridiculous, man. And so just working with you, Noel, man, like one of the killingest artists that I work with. And I am so happy that we get to work together, man, every week.
Man, thank you, man. I thank you for the opportunity, because trust me, what helps me to I mean every Sunday is a privilege and an honor to have guys like you backing me, where wherever the spirit moves, I know that you guys are gonna go there with me. You know what I'm saying? So it's a gift that you guys have that helped me to give my gift back to God. You know what I mean? So
that's like one of the purest definitions of iron sharp iron. You know what I mean?
Yeah, that's it right there.
One of the purest definitions of iron sharpening iron. So I love it, man.
It's an experience every Sunday. It's an experience every Sunday.
Every week, bro. Every week. It's like, what's gonna happen today?
You never know. You never know. And it flows at the same time. We always catch it at the same time. Like, yeah, this is the moment right here. Let's hold on to it.
Yeah, I posted a couple of them. I posted a couple of them on the channel where it would just happen, and we would be like, I guess we're doing this. I guess we do. Michelle, if you still watching, he's another one that's like that. Like he'll hear something I'm doing, and then immediately he's written a vamp to what I've started or what we done went on.
I get inspiration easily because when you change something, I'm like, I would hear something in my head like right away, like, okay, all right, this is what's coming next.
Yes, but the freedom to be able to do that is very spoiling, right? Because a lot of times we find ourselves in a position where we're kind of handcuffed to a format or this or that, and we can't really move anywhere else. But the freedom to be able to move around and come back is so exhilarating, and it makes you look forward to doing it. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So I
Plus,
love that.
Plus, most of the times, like because of the demographic of the church, you're doing the same songs pretty much in rotation every time. So you don't want to necessarily do the same thing over and over and over every time you do it. You always want to have some kind of something new to what it is. And the good thing is that we are receptive to making that change and in the right spots and also not too much change, but just the right amount that lets the spirit being able to flow throughout the worship experience.
Dopeness, bro. Dopeness, man. Dopeness. So then you're also getting into Logic and different things.
Yeah.
And tracking at the house.
Yeah. This the thing is, I'm glad for this because I graduated from college over 20 years ago, and I studied this. This is what I studied, music technology. But after I graduated back then, never had the opportunity to actually work in my field. So all of this just goes out the door after you're not doing it for over 20 years. So to kind of get the opportunity now where I'm kind of relearning everything and learning Logic and then having great producers like yourself and Davin and Eric around me and Ed, who knows production, who understands production, to help me learn, while I, get better at it. It's awesome, man. That's why I love this platform so much.
Yeah, man. I appreciate you, man. We're about at the end here of Dav's production. He's been killing, man.
I was listening to it and I was like, okay.
Yeah, I'm gonna go back to my favorite part of the tune in a second. He's got this soundscape getting ready to come in. Oh, I was fixing this. It was this. So that's what I was saying, Dav, is that when I throw reverb on your stuff, you got different pads and textures, so it reacts to the reverb differently, and it creates an even bigger open sky when you start adding the other pads that you put in. You know what I mean? So, see what I'm saying? You did two different chord. Oh man, you knew what you were doing. I don't need to tell you. You knew what you were doing. Bro, I know y'all heard what I heard. Hey man, did you one take this record, bro?
I think. Let me check. I don't want to lie.
Bro, I keep telling y'all, man, this man plays some bass. Like, God, dog, man. lovely, man. Lovely. That's gorgeous, bro. That is gorgeous, man. That is gorgeous.
Appreciate it, bro. The use of the reverb, and to create a stereo field in stuff that I left mono was really, really smart.
Yeah, man. I learned how to do that from an engineer. His name is Howard Mostrom. And I used to there was a studio in Redmond, Washington, called Triad Studios. And I used to drive out there and meet him with my files that of some song that I did in Reason or something. And it would have a lot of mono stuff in it. And he would get on the SSL and spread that mug out. I wouldn't know how he did it. And he was like, man, he's like, first of all, you have to create a stereo channel for it. So on the SSL, what he would do is he would take it and send it he would copy it on 2 channels, or he would send it to a bus that was stereo. And then he would put effects on that bus in Pro Tools.
Gotcha.
And it would just make stuff sing out. And he was even crazier than I was with the delay in the room and all. Because he had the hardware version of these things.
For
like
sure.
We're using all the we're using all the plugins and stuff. He would turn around and be dialing stuff in, like literally. And he would make that joint crack. So Kev, to get back to your question really quick, he asked how many tracks did you record? Like all together? This is 40 tracks. Maybe 38 if I take the buses out, because he's got some buses in here. So this is 38 tracks or something like that. With all the drums and all the bass and all that. It's 38 tracks. 38.
Yeah, that's about right.
Yeah. That was lovely, bro.
Thank you, brother.
That was lovely, man. All right. So real quick, we got 25 minutes left because I done spent all my time just engulfed in this track, bro. Like, you always give me good stuff, bro. Like,
appreciate it, brother.
Always give me good stuff.
We got a comment here from Janland Poetry.
Okay.
Someone said they're passing through. Chucky Booker was just talking about you yesterday. You were mentioning your dopeness.
Oh man,
Chuck Booker.
Chucky Booker, man, that's my dude.
Yeah,
that is my dude, man. I used to listen to his stuff and still listen to his stuff, but I used to listen to it religiously.
Yeah, bro, living legend.
Like religiously. You talking about getting back to the one? That dude, like, so my uncles used to play his stuff all the time. My uncles were bass players. And I would just pop up randomly over their house in their apartment, and as soon as I opened the door, it's and I'm like, "What? Who is that?" They were like, "Chucky Booker, bro." And we would just sit there and just go through his stuff. So yes, Chucky Booker, man,
killing, bro.
Yes, man. So
we also have Melvin Fremont. Said he's learning a lot from us. This is fire. You remember Melvin? Melvin plays keys.
Yeah. Melvin from what's the name?
Yeah,
from the Palm Bay location. Okay.
Yep. That's
okay.
That's the homie. Yeah.
Okay. Yeah.
You got one from songwriter Soul Star. Glad I stumbled on your live. Do you think the Roland Verse Lab MV1 Zencore Professional production studio is worth the investment for a novice? Are you hip to that program?
MV Lab. I'm not hip to it, but if it's a Zencore situation, 9 times out of 10 you're in good hands. Because Zencore is kind of universal and it allows you to interface with everything Roland is doing. So mostly everything with Roland is Zencore right now. And they did that because they wanted things to be interchangeable, where you could take like, you could take like the Roland XV5080 sounds and put them anywhere on your Roland gear, right? So if my I have a launch key, a Novation launch key sitting right here. If it had the Roland Zencore situation in it, I'd be able to like just run the whole XV5080 into here and just take it somewhere and play 5080 sounds, or I'd be able to take it and play, you know, 10 JV 1080 sounds, or and it depends on how extensive it is, Jupiter and Juno sounds, so
Mhm.
the Zencore engine lets you like take Roland sounds and put it in whatever Zencore machine you have and take it wherever else in case you don't have like access to a computer or anything like that. And it's I gotta do my due diligence on it, because I think that's the first person I've ever heard mention it.
Yeah,
So I do gotta do my
yeah. I just took a quick peek. It looks like it's got an MPC type of interface, but I can't really say what it does or what it doesn't. Got
Okay.
the 60 tracks at the bottom and stuff. But
Oh, okay. Kind of
yeah,
reminds me of like a Groovebox type of thing situation.
mm-hmm.
But either way, yeah, that sounds about right. If you're trying to get into production from a hardware standpoint, that might be a good way to go. I would say. I'm getting ready to pull in.
Did we answer Buddy's question about the snare?
I was gonna do it with this tune.
Okay, magic.
I was gonna do it with this tune. I'm just right now. I'm just trying to I'm just import files, and I'm doing this. I want you guys to see real quick, like I want y'all to see like what it takes to kind of organize tracks from a engineer or producer's perspective when you are kind of pulling in a session from somewhere else. I don't even know what this is right here. Hold on. Let me turn all this down. Let me put a limiter on here.
Why are you doing that?
The limiter?
Uh-huh.
Oh, that's just so it doesn't peak out while I'm playing it.
Understood.
Yeah, it's just so it don't peak out while I'm playing it. Because I don't know what.
Will you,
Oh, okay.
you be ready?
Ah, okay. Vocals. There we go. That would have
Okay.
been nice for him
That
to
makes
name that. Okay. All right. So aux effects. So we got effects here going. I'm gonna put this up top. I'm gonna put these up top. Yeah. Okay. Eric is another pad fanatic. Eric is another pad fanatic, man. He's definitely a pad fanatic type of cat. All right, so let me pull these out. All right, I'm gonna pull these in. I'll organize them as I go. All right. Come on, add the tracks. Let's go. And what I'm gonna do is where that vocal at? I'm gonna pull that vocal down. Where did I put it at? I'm gonna pull that vocal down. Here we go. All I know what this is. All right. All right, Eric. Okay. So I want to say, I think he put the drums on a bus. Yeah, he did. All right. Cool. All right. Let's get this stuff. My man's textures going. Yeah, y'all got some. See what he did here. I'll highlight this. All right.
Is Noel waiting in the? I think we have a third person just hanging out in the situation.
Oh, how did he end up leaving? You got away from us, Noel? Yeah, he might have left the what's the name and came back.
Okay, he's back.
Yeah. Okay. Is it me or is his bass left heavy? Is that left heavy or right heavy?
Sounds like right to me.
We're gonna fix it. Is that him on two separate computers? Is that your phone, Noel? Oh, okay. I'm seeing you twice. I'm trying to figure out if that's your phone or whatever. I didn't know what that was. All right. So here we're getting into this. This right here. So I knew what he was trying to do. He was trying to add weight and depth to his synth, but that's not the way to do that, because once I EQ this out, all of that goes away, right? So what you want to do when you're doing this is you want to use you just want to use a synth that doesn't have bright textures and play the same thing, right? Versus trying to do because he was trying to go for that big octave thing. He was going for that, right? Because he wanted that bottom end. But when I take all of that out of here, because look at this. See all that right here? That's going away. That's going away when I take it out. And then you what happens is you just end up with this. So
yeah, all the weight's gone.
Yeah. So what you want to do is you just want to use something that's darker. You know, it's not necessarily playing lower register. It's about just using something that's darker, right? So that you don't have to, because this is it's a little less musical than you want it. Because all of that low end is just that's the bass is gonna eat that up.
Got it.
And the bass is I'm gonna put some saturation on this bass. Because it's not standing out to me. Hear the difference? So this is with it off. Here's with it on. Just got a little more booty on it.
Yep.
All right. So he's got some texture in here. Here we go. Put some delay on that. There we go. Now, see, I would have loved for him to play the piano right there too.
Okay.
He's got the piano track going, but that doesn't come into way later in the song. Like this, it would have been he could have threw the piano in there at the top to make it more powerful.
Like a full band kind of thing.
Yeah, exactly. Exactly. He's got some more he's got some more stuff here. Here, let me do this. Pull this in. And then let me do this. There we go. Now we can. That sounds like rolling. That sounds like rolling right there. All right. What else we got here? So there's a dynamic institution that I'm looking for from Eric that he's still learning how to nail. Cause stacking sounds and y'all hear me when I say this. The ideas are amazing, but what we got to know is stacking sounds don't amount to power. It doesn't equal power in the song. Like stacking a bunch of layers and stuff together doesn't equal your song being dynamically powerful. What gives your song dynamic power is how you're playing what you're playing. It's the approach to what you're playing, right? So there has to be a mindfulness about how you're playing what you're playing, right? Because stacking sounds over and over and over, it just you're just crowding frequencies, and that doesn't equal a powerful song, right? There has to be something that institutes dynamics. I don't know what these aux effects are. Let me see. Okay. And we got he was crashing me like you did. All right. All right, let me hear that by itself. Okay, I see. All right, we got a riot, and let me see. Trying to bring in all the tracks. Okay. Let's bring this up here.
That's a pretty cool crash there.
Yes, I
I
did
like
love.
that one. Yeah, that's a nice one. Oh, that's
Eric,
really cool.
Eric, I like it. I like it. Nice. I want to know where you got that from. But let me trying to find all these other sounds you had in here at the top. Let's go back to the top. Ah, man, he monoed me, Roy. He monophonicked me, man. Dang it. Come on, guys. Let me see. Okay. All right. Let me see. Okay. There's my. It's like wondering where that is. All right. This is the chorus, I think. I just okay. So this is what where my point is going to be made. So see how he's stacking these synths, using these synths. All the dynamics are the same. So when I was talking about, I wish he would have used a piano. A piano is a dynamic instrument.
Mhm.
So you're able to institute. You're able to go from here to this. You know what I mean? To give it a more powerful thing. Other thing that's working against us right now has nothing to do with him and more about just the stems we have. Like we're dealing with a stereo stem of the drum bus.
Gotcha.
So
Get what you get, kind of thing.
so we're getting what we're getting, and I can't really mess with each individual stem to like bring the power out of what he's actually trying to do. So
Right. Which Kevin was really trying to get to how you make the snare pop, which I
Yes.
don't think you have the ability to do with the bus
Right.
here.
but I'm gonna do something, and I'm gonna show him over that. Like over this, I'll probably like lay a kick and a snare over it, and I'll show him. I'm gonna show him how to do it in that way. That way we are. You know what? That is me doing that. That is me removing people from the stage and adding them back. That is. I just realized that just now. That's me doing that mess, man. I'm sorry, bro. It's me hitting the space bar and removing you. That's what's going on. I'm like, how's he? Okay, that's my fault. So let's see. I love that one. I love that one. That low drone stuff.
Yeah.
I love it. computer. He has another bass in here. Hold on. There it is. All right, so where's all this other stuff? Oh. There we go. And we got something else right here. What is this? Ah, classic Eric. That sounds like an expression pedal. All right. Piano Retro. This sounds like some chords right here. Let me find out.
It's an interesting character.
Yeah. Ah. I like it. All right, come on, Eric. All right. All right, let me see. I'm trying to get to that working here. There we go. There we go. What's this at the top? All right. We need to put that somewhere. Hold on. We need to put it somewhere. All right.
Yeah, that's nice.
Yes. There's some more guitar stuff in here.
Yeah, it's got that pop tour.
Yes, it's definitely
band
a tour. This is a tour band thing right here. Okay, here go my plugs. It's like, where is this stuff at?
Someone asked if that saturation plug you used was a stock Studio One situation, or
Yes, it is. Okay. Yes, it is. Yes, it is. It surely is. The red light distortion. It's called red light distortion. Yes. All right, so. this. Panning. All right, I see what you did there, Eric. All right, let's see. How's this feel? Is that it? Oh, some of that over here.
You know what guitar plug he's using? That guitar sounds good.
Bro, I think that's a keyboard.
Really?
I think Buddy's using the Roland.
Oh, I thought you might have, because remember on one of the lessons, the bass and guitar lessons, you did make some plug-in recommendations.
I did.
And I wonder if he might have gotten one of those.
This
sounds
was
really-
before that. I think this track was before that. He's using the Roland Phantom. Nice. All right, Eric. Here goes. So here's where the piano made its appearance. Hold on. Got to sheen it up. Now let's see. All right. We got to tighten this low end up. We got to tighten it up. It's a little dirty. It's a little dirty. I see what he was trying to do. He was going for as much low end as possible.
Yeah.
But we're gonna have to tighten it up. See that? We gotta tighten all that up. We gotta squeeze all that up. Yeah. I'm trying to find. Here we go. There we go. Let's make this stand up. We gotta take this all the way over here. There we go. Let that hit just a little. All right, real quick tip. So you see how that bass and the kick are fighting each other?
Mhm.
You can't get the pulse out of it. right? I want that kick to punch through a little bit more. So I'm gonna side chain it. I'm gonna side chain it so that the kick is there we go. There we go. Now we in the money. Okay, Eric. All right. Let's do this. Hold on. Let's see what happens. So, Kev, you were asking how I can get this snare to like crack out over the mix. So, it's a couple things I'm doing here. I'm gonna isolate this snare, right? So that the snare, I'm gonna take all this. And what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna compress the crap out of it. I'll use an LA2A. What I did was I just copied the drum stem down, and you would do this with a snare too. You would just duplicate the snare, gives it, but it just makes it louder because it's both files together. And then you treat the second snare, like you treat the mess out of it, and then you parallel it in volume so that you can get the snare popping over everything else. So then we could do something like a little more power in it.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? And then you could do stuff like Add that dirt. Great job on the track, Eric.
Yeah, man.
Great
That
job.
was fire.
Track. Only thing I'll say again is when you're stacking synths, just use darker synths. When you got you got a bright one in, put a dark one in. That's going to give you the depth you're looking for, so you don't have to play in your lower register. Other than that, you smacked.
Yeah, man.
And then next time, send me the drum stemmed out so I can actually do you some justice on your drum programming, because your drum programming was great too.
Facts. Factual.
That was great too. Yeah, Kev, the red light is just a lifesaver. The red light distortion is a lifesaver for almost everything. 808 joints, like when I want that 808 and I don't feel like I just grab me a sine wave, play the mug in, and put that red light distortion on there. Boom. Gives me the 808s I'm looking for right out. Right on the money. You know what I'm saying? Right on the money. Any questions, comments, concern, y'all? We nearing the end.
Where can people find your classes?
DanyeMusic.net. DanyeMusic.net. DanyeMusic.net.
There it is. Yeah, I was gonna check out what lessons are already up. We've covered.
So a lot of what I'm doing in these videos, I have covered this stuff in detail, like in much better detail. So like the compression, the side chaining, EQ, a lot of it I have the only thing I probably didn't really cover, I think I mentioned it, but I didn't really cover saturation. I haven't covered saturation yet.
Nope, not yet. Nope.
But
you've done textures.
Yes.
Automation.
Yeah, that's another one.
Yep. Guitar and bass programming.
Mm-hmm.
Lots of good stuff, man.
Yeah. We covered a lot of it, and a lot of it is where Eric and Dav and the other ones and others are getting this from. Is they, matter of fact, I think the kit that Dav and Eric used on here is one of my drum kits from the old Pure Drums library situation. So, yeah, man, join on in, tell people about it. Somebody trying to get into production, trying to learn. Jump in. We're gonna do some more. We're gonna do some more of this stuff, man. I know, man, we got into it with the production, with the stuff. So, like, any of y'all Ye's Way Academy members, hit us up. Let us know what you would like to see happen on the session. But you got to come to the session, though. The next live session. So if you want to make a recommendation of what we do on the next live session, you got to come to the session. So you're a member, you're gonna come to the session, then we can talk about what you want to see happen on that session, so we can sit through that session. So for those advanced user members, we do this every month. We give you homework assignments. This is not your traditional run-of-the-mill learn online school. Like I'm really hands-on, like extremely hands-on. You know, you can hit us up, ask questions, and try to figure stuff out. We really try to walk you through my process and how to do this so that you're not flying blind when there's something you're trying to accomplish. Um, you know, we have along with myself, Davin Roy is an extremely huge testimonial to the classes. He's a um full on music producer now, full time. And I'm so proud of him. I remember the day he decided to do this and he got serious and he got down to business and he rang my phone. I want to know.
Yep. Yeah.
I want to know, like, how do I do this? How do I do that? And Buddy sought me out, and that's what birthed this whole thing. Is that, you know, teaching him my way worked, you know, and he has his own way of doing things, but he learned my way first so he could branch out from that. And that's what Ye's way is all about. You learn Ye's way and then you can do it your way. But if you don't know how to do anything, then you end up I did a lot of trial and error, and that's how I learned. You know,
Mhm.
I did a lot of what didn't work
Mhm.
until I learned what works. But now I can show somebody like, hey, what you're trying to do, the way you're going about it, you're gonna be fighting. So try it this way, do it this way, and then expand from there, grow from there. You know, so you get your footing. But advanced users is where we had a fun. There's where we had a fun. There's where you start getting into getting all the juicy goodies and the samples I'm using and the plugins and how I'm tweaking the mugs and the exact clap folders I'm going into and all of that kind of stuff. So a lot of sounds these guys are using on with their homework assignments and all that, they got them from me. So because I believe in equipping people as well. So it's a fun deal. Um we got more to come for Ye's Way, and I'm looking forward to the day where we're actually in the room
Yeah, man.
all together
Yeah, man.
doing the Ye's Way thing. So thank y'all for hopping on. Ernest Zachary, Michael Stubbs, Sands Entertainment, Sandy Tate. All of y'all, man. I don't want to mispronounce names here, so that's kind of why I'm not saying nothing. I don't want to jack nobody's name up. I don't want to go to naming people because there's a lot of people joined on the Instagram, and I don't know if they're still watching, but they did join. And peep in, put their head in the
Yeah,
door.
man. Appreciate y'all.
Definitely appreciate it. Kevin Boone stuck around for the whole thing, man. Thank you, bro. I appreciate it. We always get 2 or 3 that kind of hang out for the whole duration. So special thanks to Noel for stopping by. I think he left. Probably got tired of me accidentally booting him off the stage. I don't know.
Here, take care of the kids.
But yeah, okay. But yeah, man, thanks for popping through, man. I appreciate you. We're gonna do this next month in April.
Yes, sir.
In April. Looking forward to it. It's gonna be a grand time. Until then, I'll see y'all. Follow Ye's Way Academy on IG.
Yes, please.
Follow Ye's Way Academy on IG. Follow Ye's Way Academy on IG, guys. That's where we're gonna put a lot of the happenings, a lot of the clips and stuff that we're doing. Ye's Way Academy on IG. Thank y'all. We'll see y'all soon. Love everybody. We out.
Peace.